We have big reading goals for 2025, and a lot of that is focused on our sci-fi and fantasy reading goals and all the series that we need to read or finish reading.
That we're all behind on.
So the Poppy War is one that I need to start.
And I have read the first one and it devastated me, so I have not finished and read the other two, but that is the goal for 2025.
Them.
Yes, of course I purchased them all and just haven't read them.
So that is one series on our list. And another series that we want to read is
the Mistborn trilogy. We are finally jumping on the Sanderson bandwagon.
I started Way of Kings a while back and I did not finish it. So I thought I needed a little easier entry point, and I think this will be it.
Everybody says start here, so I picked this up for Christmas, and we're both excited to read that in 2025.
Yes.
Okay, continuing on with fantasy series.
The Bloodsworn trilogy.
Shadow of the Gods. She's read.
I've read Shadow of the Gods, Hunger of the Gods.
These are all my books, but I let her have them first, but I'm going to start catching up with her. That's going to be one of my top to start with in 2025. I do have something else that I promised to read first, though.
I started Fury of the Gods last night, so this should be the first series I finish in 2025.
I have been promising to read The Crowns of Nyaxia, Serpent and the Wings of Night. So this is my first fantasy series that I will start in 2025. I promise this is my January 1st read. I will start this. Are you going to read this? She's not going to read this unless I tell her it's great, and she has to, and if I force her hand. But this is one that's on my list.
As middle school librarians, we have had these on our library bookshelves and passed by them every day thinking, oh, I should read that. So I'm going to start this very soon. Probably after Shadow of the Gods, I'll be reading the Neil Shusterman Scythe books.
And it has also been on my list forever. It's not top priority for me right now, but I think it will be a 2025 read for that series. Then I also made her read Iron Flame. She's going to start that. Fourth Wing. You're going to start Fourth Wing soon, and I'm going to start Iron Flame. I have read Fourth Wing, and I've been saving this because I wanted it to be closer to when Onyx Storm came out. So I will probably read this in January too. I know I just promised to read Serpent and the Wings of Night, but I forgot that Onyx Storm is coming out January 21st. So this is going to have to go in the January pile too.
Yes. And then this is one that is on my list for 2025. It is the N.K. Jemisin 5th season, because I think I've had this on my list for a long time. Let's just say that.
And I've owned the book for a long time, but haven't picked it up yet. So
it's supposed to be really good. So this one's on my list to read for 2025. And we're not sure if we're going to get to this. Red Rising.
Yeah. We want to read it eventually, but we have a lot of ambitious series that we're picking up for 2025. So if we can fit that in, we will. Then A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. I thought this was going to be a standalone, but I know she has another one coming out. I don't know if it's just adjacent to this, but I do plan to read this. And if it is a series, I will have to continue with the series, of course.
And The Sword of Kaigan by M.L. Wong. This one is another really thick one, but it is definitely going to be on our 2025 list.
Yes. Project Hail Mary, I have a copy of it, but I'm going to do it on audiobook because that is the way to do it. That's what I've been told. So I may tandem read it with the book, but this is a definite for me. Yeah, are you going to read this?
I'm going to try to read that if I can get the audio through my library, which they don't have it right now.
Yeah, so that's a definite.
This is How You Lose the Time War. It's on my list. This will be a quick read for me.
Yeah. My daughter read that, and she said it was kind of weird, so I'm not sure if I'm going to read that.
Weird's my favorite. We also have more standalones. This is Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Wong.
That's a definite for both of us.
Yes.
Emily Varga, For She Is Wrath. That is planned for 2025.
And that is the Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, yeah.
So she might have to read the Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah, we're going to pick a few books for each other that we're going to force each other to read.
An Ember in the Ashes.
That has been on my shelf, I would say, eight years maybe. I'm not sure what year it came out, but probably when it first came out is when I got that book. Yeah. And I still haven't read it, and I've heard great things about it, and I don't know why I put it off so long. Probably because I didn't buy the whole series and I just bought one. So, and then What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. I have the first one. I don't have the second one in the duology yet, but we both want to read this one. So that is our plan for
very ambitious, and there are more on our list.
That's just our plan for sci-fi and fantasy that we definitely want to put at the top of the list. So we'll see how it goes.
And then we were doing the Murderbot books. I read the first one. I'm going to start.
Did you listen to them or?
I did. I listened to it. I just got the second one. It was on Libby Hold, and it just came in for me.
Probably going to do those as audiobooks. Yeah. So lots of plans for sci-fi and fantasy, and then we have to mix some other things in too. So we'll see how much reading we get done in 2025.